Have you ever wondered why some guys just can't seem to catch a break financially, while others climb the ladder of success almost like it's second nature? It's a question that keeps a lot of people up at night. Is it luck? Is it just being born into the right family? The truth is, it's usually something much deeper, something that anyone can change. It boils down to the difference between a weak mindset and a strong mindset. Let us get one thing straight right away. When I say weak or strong, I'm not talking about physical strength. I'm talking about mental fortitude, the engine that drives your entire life, especially your finances. A weak mindset is a mindset of scarcity and victimhood. It's the voice in your head that says, the system is rigged against me, I'm just unlucky, or it's too hard, so why even try? This mindset sees obstacles as permanent roadblocks. When a guy with a weak mindset faces a setback, say, a failed business idea or a job rejection, he sees it as proof that he is not good enough. He avoids risk because he fears failure more than he desires success. He looks for shortcuts, for get-rich-quick schemes, because the idea of long-term effort feels overwhelming. He blames external factors, the economy, his boss, his upbringing for his lack of progress. This constant outsourcing of responsibility keeps him powerless, trapped in a cycle of inaction and consequently, a cycle of being broke. He's waiting for a lottery ticket to save him, but he's not willing to build his own winning machine. Now, let's flip the coin and look at the strong mindset. This is a mindset of abundance and ownership. A guy with a strong mindset sees the world as full of opportunities. When he faces that same setback, the failed business, the job rejection, he doesn't see it as a reflection of his worth. He sees it as a lesson. He asks, what can I learn from this? How can I do it better next time? He takes complete ownership of his life. He knows that his results are a direct product of his actions, his habits, and his thinking. He understands that obstacles are not roadblocks. They are detours that often lead to even better paths. He embraces calculated risks because he understands that failure is not the opposite of success. It's a stepping stone on the way to success. This mental framework is what allows him to build wealth. He's not looking for a handout. He's looking to build a hand up for himself and others. He's playing the long game. This brings me to my next critical point, and it's a huge one. Discipline creates money, not motivation. We live in a world obsessed with motivation. We watch motivational videos, listen to podcasts, and look for that sudden burst of energy to get us going. And look, motivation is great. It's like the spark that starts the engine. But what happens when the spark dies down? What happens when you wake up and you just don't feel like it? Motivation is a fleeting emotion. It's unreliable. You can't build an empire on feelings. Discipline, on the other hand, is a system. Discipline is what you do when motivation has left the building. It's the commitment to your goals, regardless of how you feel on any given day. A financially weak man relies on motivation. He'll go to the gym for a week when he's feeling hipped up, then quit. He'll start a side hustle, work on it for a few days, and then drop it when it gets difficult or boring. He's waiting for the feeling to be right. A financially strong man builds his life on discipline. He doesn't ask himself if he feels like making sales calls. He just does it because it's on his schedule. He doesn't debate whether he feels like saving or investing a portion of his income. It's automated. It happens every single month like clockwork. He builds systems and habits that run on autopilot, freeing up his mental energy for bigger decisions. Think about it. Successful entrepreneurs, investors, top performers in any field, they all have rigorous routines. They have non-negotiables. That's discipline. It's about showing up day after day, especially on the days you don't want to. It's the boring, unsexy, repetitive work that compounds over time into massive success. Motivation gets you started, but discipline is what gets you to the finish line, wallet full. Now, this last point might sound harsh, but it's a fundamental truth of growth and achievement. Pain and struggle create winners. Our society has become terrified of discomfort. We seek comfort at every turn, comfortable jobs, comfortable relationships, comfortable lives. But comfort is the enemy of growth. Comfort is the breeding ground for mediocrity. Think of a muscle. How does it grow stronger? By being stressed, by being pushed to its limit, by being torn down so it can rebuild stronger than before. Your character, your skills, and your bank account work in exactly the same way. The man who stays broke actively avoids pain. He avoids difficult conversations. He avoids taking on challenging projects at work because he might fail. He avoids the struggle of learning a new high-income skill because it's hard. He chooses the comfort of scrolling on his phone over the discomfort of reading a book that could change his life. By constantly choosing comfort, he is choosing to remain weak. He never develops the resilience needed to overcome real-world challenges. When a real financial storm hits, a job loss, an unexpected expense, he shatters because he's never built the strength to withstand it. The man who becomes rich, on the other hand, understands that pain is a signal for growth. He voluntarily seeks out struggle. He leans into the discomfort. He takes the hard project at work because he knows it will force him to level up his skills. He embraces the initial pain of starting a business, the long hours, the uncertainty, the rejections, because he knows that on the other side of that struggle is freedom and success. He understands that every time he pushes through a difficult task, he is forging a stronger version of himself. He's not a masochist. He just understands the price of admission for a remarkable life. Pain for him isn't a stop sign. It's a compass pointing him in the direction of his greatest potential. Winners are not born. They are forged in the fires of adversity. They have the scars to prove it and often the bank account to match. So if you find yourself stuck, if you feel like you're not where you want to be financially, it's time for an honest self-assessment. Are you operating with a weak mindset or a strong one? Are you relying on fleeting motivation or building ironclad discipline? And are you running from pain, or are you embracing it as the necessary fuel for your journey? The good news is, all of this is a choice. You can choose to change your mindset. You can choose to build discipline, one small habit at a time. And you can choose to face your struggles head on. The path from broke to rich isn't paved with lottery tickets. It's carved out by strength, discipline, and the courage to endure the struggle. Thanks for watching. If this resonated with you, hit that like button and subscribe for more content to help you build a stronger life. See you in the next one.